same thing. That's a chalk, magnesium. That's what they use it on the bars. Oh, she had just a little problem doing that. She is from Gleason Gymnastics School also. And that's Kristen Elstad.
Kristen having just a little difficulty with her routine.
Yeah, she did came off from the apparatus. Not like Gina Palm did. She was able to make corrections and move on and complete the routine. Kristen, she had a little problem. I believe this is her first year also competing as a Class I gymnast, and this is a very, very difficult level to be.
Okay, here comes the vault.
And on vaulting, other girl from Edina, and that was Michelle Wise from Edina. And she did a pike sukahara, very nicely done. It was clean, tight, and that was her second vault. And the next person on the vaulting is Val Erickson, and she is also our senior from Kegel Gymnastics School.
So we should probably see some good technique here.
Yeah, I think so. She is a very, very fine gymnast. Matter of fact, I think this whole family, they had 2 or 3 sisters in gymnastics. They were all very fine gymnasts, and I'm sure she will be carrying on and completing her collegiate career later on and next fall. We'll be doing, I believe, a pike sukahara vault also.
Sounds like that's a pretty stock move for the vault.
You know, it's these days now, you know, pike sukahara, it seems like it's not a big deal anymore, you know. 2 years ago with the pike sukahara, or in '76 in Montreal Olympic game, and I saw Nadia Comaneci competing with the pike sukahara. That was something that we as coaches never really thought that it possibly could be done. And now looking at all these young gymnasts achieving it and learning it, and it's amazing how you know, how gymnastics is really improving in all matters.
Looking at the uneven parallel bars there once again, we're as I mentioned earlier, we're trying to cover as many of these opportunities as we can. Looking at somebody on the bars right now.
Okay, I believe that's Julie Dorn from Jonathan Livingston Seagulls, doing a very fine job. She did 2 Stalderst. Yeah.
Julie seemed to be very strong on the bar.
Yeah, she's very, very, very good gymnast. I really hope that someday she will be able to compete internationally. I think she has the ability. And she has the coaching, certainly, with John Tobler as a head coach and owner of Jonathan Livingston Seagulls, to be able to take a fine approach to possibly for international competition. And looks like Val Erickson is ready to go. And I was wrong. She did a handspring, one and a half somersault. It was very well done. It was very nice and high, clean, completed, landed. Was very nice. She will probably receive a 9-2 or a 9-1 score for that.
Okay, looking at Julie Dorn here in a replay.
Excellent, clean bar worker, very strong. Her performance is very nice. Swinging the bar, it's probably the major requirement on this event. And
nice dismount.
Yeah, she did that. That was very, very fine. And there goes Belle's second ball. It's very nicely done. No execution whatsoever. There was no problem there. Very strong girl. Very fine gymnast from.
Okay, who is this young lady that just did the vault?
Was Valerie Erickson from.
Valerie Erickson. 2 really, really strong vaults.
Oh, that was just fantastic. This vault is very difficult to land because of the forward somersault. It's just harder to land because of the nature of it, and she just did an outstanding job doing that. I wish you could see her score. I can hear clapping. I'm sure she will receive a very, very good score for that. Just like I said, probably 9-2, maybe 9-3. It's a very, very nice.
And here she goes again.
No, this is that was Mary Jo Mestel from Edina, and she did a full on. And on the bars,
That was Mary Jo Mostel, and on the uneven parallel balls.
and on the uneven parallel bars, we will have Colette Anderson from Jonathan Livingston Seagulls. Nice job. She's coaching her B element, and now she's ready to do her dismount. A toe on, 1.5 somersault. Nice clean routine, but not as clean as we seen Julie's bar routine just previously. That was just really an outstanding bar routine. I think nationally she will be able to place with that bar routine. And there goes Mary Jo Mostel. She did a full twist on and a handspring off.
That her second opportunity.
Yeah, that was the second ball, and it was a very nice job. She was clean, very clean. She completed the twist very well in the pre-flight. Maybe she was just a little flat in the post-flight. She could have had a little better repulsion, but she was well done.
Let's take a look at Mary Jo's second vault in replay, and
there was the full twist and handspring off. Very nice.
She doesn't seem to hit the mat as hard as some of the girls do.
Yeah, see, this wasn't a somersault type of vault. You know, her post-flight wasn't as coming off. You know, coming off the horse was not too high. Then the Sukahara vault. I think that's what maybe the difference is.
Now, where can these girls realistically? Where can they go from here as far as competition? Collegiate competition?
Yeah, I believe so. After these gymnasts are done, we have just a very fine college programs, which is governed by an NCAA this year, and we have very fine schools through the nations for gymnastics, and also these young ladies in the past couple of years now they are able to receive scholarships for their athletic ability, and which is very nice to see that you can see these young ladies. And
who was that, Katiza?
that was Tasha Sween, I believe, who we just saw momentarily. And going back to their collegiate career, I think some of these athletes, they really do deserve a really good scholarship in a couple of years, because certainly they are a hell of athletes. They're practicing so many hours a day. Some of these kids practicing 4 to 5 hours a day to become a gymnast like this. And
okay, we'll look at Tasha Sween on the bars one more time here.
Okay, let's see here.
Oh no, that's not Tasha.
I think this is Kathy Nass from Jonathan's. We might have just looked at someone else differently. Okay, nice clean routine, and a toe on, 1.5 dismount. You know, seems like that's a very common dismount too. Seems like almost everybody is dismounting with this. A couple years ago, way back in Kathy Rigby's time, I believe she was one of the first one who was doing this dismount, and that time was, you know, just like again, as years fly by, these skills becomes old, and but it's very difficult. You know, there's a.
Well, going to bars now. Take a look and see who we have up next.
I think this young lady is Diana Rendell from Jonathan Livingston Seagulls. Looking very clean. Stalter element, that was her C requirement. It was very nicely done. She had a little form break and a straddle over. And there she goes.
Oh, great dismount.
Very nicely done. She did a Kumanich dismount. That was her other C element, and so she had an extra C. She will.
We'll continue with the USGF State Championships in just one moment. And we're back with the United States Gymnastics Federation Class I State Championships. I'm George Stanfield, along with Katlin Deli, who's been kindly assisting us, helping us understand exactly how difficult gymnastics can be and how rewarding at the same time. I think it's...
Yeah. George, I think we can go to the uneven bars and see. We have two more performances. This is Callie Wilson from Jonathan Livingston Seagulls.
Kelly Wilson, the competitor, and doing some intricate moves there.
So, skills. This is a very nice angle. Doing her routines.
And Kelly doing a fine job. Beautiful.
Dismount. A double back dismount off the high bar. You know, that was a very, very difficult dismount, although she had a long period of stop going into it. So when you do that, that dismount become an illegal dismount. We had a lot of talking about this dismount, but she has to go into her dismount continuously from a circling element, which was a sole circle before the double back, and she did stop, completely stopped on top of the bar. And
okay, and here's the last performance, Katlin. Why don't we talk about that?
This is Callie's routine, I think. This is a replay right here. And maybe we can see how she stopped on top of the bar and then pushed off totally separately for her dismount. There she comes and stood up, and then just an extra push off and then the dismount. So I'm sure the judges will be having a difficult time scoring this, because probably they will have to eliminate her dismount because of illegal dismount.
That was an illegal dismount.
Yeah, my judgment at this point of time, I think that was an illegal dismount, so she will probably get no credit for that dismount.
Could hurt her score quite a bit.
Definitely could hurt her score. And looking at yesterday's competition on the bars, seemed like that she had some difficulty on bars with the composer. She scored 6.9 yesterday, so I hope this will be a little bit better than yesterday was. And the next performer, I think on the even bars will be Tasha Sween, if I'm correct. She is...
Taking a look at the inside now of the Thompson's...
Tasha Sween. Listed as unattached at this point of time. However, I can see Mr. Tobler assisting her, so it's a good indication that she will be with the Jonathan Livingston Seagulls for the next period of her time for training. And that was Tasha Sween. Very nice.
Tasha looking really good there on her dismount. Nice, solid.
Very nice job. Worked fast. She didn't have as very difficult skills than some of the other kids did, but she had a very clean job, very well done performers.
Well, we'll take a look at Tasha's performance in just 1 minute. Perhaps we should talk a little bit about the next competitor. Finally, here's Tasha now.
This is somersault, a rouse.
Seems that some gymnasts like to snap, and others like to just sort of move through.
Yeah, some kids work the bars and some kids swing them really good, and I think that's making a lot of difference on this apparatus. How well they swing the apparatus, and some kids are able to make it. The whole routine looks like it's so easy to do, and some kids you can really see that that's not that easy at all. And but that's, I think, those kids who is able to achieve that show that it's so nice, easy to do, and it's so much fun to do. Those are the more achiever gymnasts on this apparatus.
Now, Callie, maybe we should mention at this point that you work with University of Minnesota, as I understand it.
Yeah, that's correct. I've been coaching at University of Minnesota 10 years now, and we're really having a really fine years. Every year is a little bit better. We have probably this is our only team all the way through us, United States, that we have only Minnesota gymnasts in our team. So we are really looking forward to this.
Okay, and who are we looking at here, Khadija?
This is Tracy Johnson from Kega.
Looking at Tracy Johnson from Kega doing a...
Oops. A little difficulty here with her dismount. She did a toe-on front off dismount, and again, you know, the same problem which other kids had before, just wasn't a little high enough. She came off a little bit soon. She wasn't able to complete the rotation. She will receive a half-a-point deduction for that mistake.
Perhaps we should mention that the judges that judge each of these events are accredited nationally, so it is a pretty prestigious panel of judges we have here today.
Oh, definitely. We have our meet referee, Linda Barron from Nebraska, and she is the USGF Regional Technical Director, and she also an elite rated judge, which means that she is one of the highly rated judges in the country.
Looking at the replay of young lady from Kega, Tracy Johnson.
Yeah, she did a very fine job. She was swinging on this event very well. And there comes the dismount, and you can see why the mistake was. She was just a little bit too short.
And we're going back to take another look at the bars here, another competitor in process.
Denise Olson from Kega Gymnastics School. Very nice job. Oops. That little stop will cost her probably about 3/10 of a deduction right there. That was like a stop and an extra swing. Yeah, nice dismount. Did a very clean job.
Good job by Denise.
Right, very nice job. And Denise was from Edina, from Kega Gymnastics School. And the head coaches for Kega Gymnastics School is Joan and Bob Rice, and they both former national and international competitors. Joan Moore was a member of the USA team several times, and we are very, very fortunate.
Okay, we're looking at a replay here of the last performance.
That was a little stop right there. I think there's a little problem there, and then she's ready to do her good dismount. She did very well. Denise Olson.
Denise looking really good there.
Yeah, she looked very strong. I really I know her since she was a very, very young gymnast, and even her early age, you could tell that she will be a very, very fine gymnast. I think on the uneven bars, the next person will be Tiffany Uttendorf, and she is a very fine gymnast also from Edina, and she tried out for elite level. And what is the elite level means is the elite level is above the Class I level. And from that level those are the gymnasts who've been selected for international competition. And Tiffany just missed it by a very little this year, and I hope that maybe next year she will be able to make it. Certainly she have the talent.
Tiffany Uttendorf coming up to the bars.
You know, George, I think I must have made a mistake. This is Lisa McCready, not Tiffany. Tiffany must be next after her.
So that correction, Lisa McCready. And which club is she from, Katina?
She's from Edina, also from Kega Gymnastics School. She did just an outstanding routine. Lisa McCready was just fantastic. She had some unusual combinations, a lot of twisting elements.
Large blue area you see there is the floor exercise, which we'll be going to here shortly. The two events going on currently are the uneven parallel bars and the vault. The floor exercise, I think, is probably, in terms of watching, has got to be one of the most exciting events.
Yeah, I think so too. That's my favorite event too. I think you can see the beauty of gymnastics and the art a lot of these performances becomes almost like an art project.
And we'll take a look at the replay here, Katitza, of Mrs. McBrady as she picks up her routine.
Very nice. And watch this little, that was very nice. And swings the bar, moves fast. On the bars, there's a lot of strength involved in it. Oh, that was a giant on the low bar and another half giant, and she's ready to do her dismount. Very nicely done. Very nice, Lisa McCready.
And Lisa McCready should be very proud of that performance.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm sure her score probably will be around 8-7, 8-8, maybe a 9. She had some little small form breaks here and there, but other than that, her routine was very, very nicely done.
That should finish up the uneven parallel bars then, right, Katitza?
Yeah, I think maybe we'll have one more performance, the Tiffany Attendorfer, just like I thought that she was going to be, but I think we have one more, if I'm correct. We can take a look at if she's getting ready for this event.
Now the scores, because we aren't able to include the scores as much as we'd like, maybe we should explain a little bit about where these scores go and how they're tabulated.
Okay, each gymnast score begins from 9.5, and then from that 9.5 is they taking the deductions, how the routines was done. That's the execution of the routines. The other part of the scoring is the difficulty part, is that if they have fulfilled the difficult requirements and the special event requirements also. Now the next 5/10 is the bonus points. Just like I mentioned it before, that certain C elements, they carry certain bonus points, 1/10, 2/10, or certain combinations becomes risk combinations, and then they will receive a 2/10. So the next, the other 5/10 is bonus points. And it is really important. That will give the judges a little help that they can distinguish the gymnast better.
So if someone takes a chance, then
they will be able to grant them this way with those bonus points.
Have you ever seen anyone get a perfect score with the 5/10 bonus?
Yes, I think just in last week, the American Cup on television, I saw Mary Lou Retton from Texas just received a score of 10.0 on floor exercise, and she was just an outstanding performer. I believe she's her coaches are Bella and Marta Caroli, former coaches of Nadia Comaneci, who they living now in Texas, and she looked very, very nice last weekend.
Well, I'd also like to add that most of these competitors here are looking pretty nice this afternoon, all up for the competition. Generally speaking, the scores have been very, very strong. And perhaps at this point, Katitza, we could mention that Store Cable is proud to bring these gymnastic competitions to you. This is the state championship, Class I championship, second in a series of